Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey, everybody. This is the Playable Characters Podcast.
PCP.
How are you, folks? I sound like Jim Metro right there,
Yeah,
didn't I?
did.
The mayor of Metro City. I mean,
Past guest Jim Metro.
people have said I sound a lot like him. So
you also sound a lot like Dr. Wiley. It's
how
kinda
are
weird.
you? Yeah. So anyway, I am Brian McGinnis. Across from me
It's Calvin Cato.
And
missing in action is Aalap Patel. I know, it's so sad he was in a Puyo Puyo accident.
no, he's people know now.
Do they now know?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because his episode last week.
Yeah. Well,
So Aalap is no longer with us. If you didn't hear that episode, Aalap decided to move on.
yes.
And it's totally fine. We
well,
wish him
he's on his journey to Mount Olympus.
right. We wish him the best.
Yes.
That fucking asshole.
Hey, I still love him. And also those Puyo Puyos. Still accidents.
That he is He found a Puyo Puyo ball, and they are going off to marry each other.
Him and the purple one.
Yeah, he may come back as a pregnant Puyo Puyo ball. That's how the women impregnate the men, so he might be a pregnant Puyo Puyo soon.
Oh, wow. Oh,
He kind of looks like a pregnant Puyo Puyo ball.
Yeah.
In a way. A brown Puyo Puyo.
I always thought seahorse when I thought Aalap.
That's right. Yeah, was that crazy? That even the men just give birth like, no, I got this.
Seahorses?
Yeah.
Well,
That's a real fact.
Yeah, no, I know it is. I mean, it's not that crazy.
Not one of those fake facts, too.
Nature's weird. Platypuses have like 10 different kinds of sex
Dicks?
chromosomes.
Oh.
No, but they also have corkscrew dicks, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are those ducks?
Something
No, I think
does.
both of them do, yeah.
Pigs? That's their tails.
No. Or no, hyenas have like crazy clitorati.
That sounds like a underground clitoris terrorist organization. The Clitorati. Is that a,
I wish I could even say that was a thing.
Is that a lesbian punk band? If not, can we please trademark that? The Clitorati.
Clitoratis.
That's perfect.
Would it be clitorati or clitoratis?
They wear like tinfoil G-strings. We don't need Aalap. See?
No, we don't. We got a good vibe going on right now.
If I do have a hot mic, please. That's usually Aalap's job. So
Yes,
if
so
I'm
please
coming in
also-
hot, guys, just lower your volume.
Yes.
And stop complaining. Speaking of all these animal things you just talked about, by the way.
Oh my God, crazy.
This is one of the guests, I believe was on like the original list when we were brainstorming this thing back when we were 10 years old, Calvin. This guy, this character was on our list. Like, oh, it'd be funny if we had this person, this animal.
Famous Nintendo.
I mean, literally, I guess you can say the second game anybody ever owned.
That's true.
Because it came with Mario and this person's game, Duck Hunt. So we have with us today in the studio, the Duck Hunt dog. How are you, man?
Hello.
Duck. Oh, no. We should have checked this first if he's going to actually talk.
Sorry, I had something caught my throat. Sorry about that.
He's back. How are you? What can we call you besides Duck Hunt dog? Do you have a name?
My name's. I go by Edgar.
Edgar?
Okay.
Yeah.
Edgar, like Edgar Allan Poe.
Who?
He was a poet, I think. Was he a poet or a writer?
Both.
Okay.
Edgar. That's just what my pappy called me.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool. Oh, nice. So you ain't nothing but a hound dog?
You know the tune.
Oh, you think I probably love that one. Yeah, it's like written about you guys. My headphones are going crazy here, but I'm gonna do this anyway.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you all for having me. Thank you.
Man, you everybody knows you. It's like literally everybody that played a Nintendo has met you and come across you. That must feel kind of cool.
National icon. It used to feel great, and then now with like millennials, they treat everything like a joke. They don't like your history, and it used to feel great.
Respect where you come from, right?
Yeah. But I've learned to cope.
That's good.
Yeah. My popularity's fallen off a little while. With the advent of that dynasty, the duck hunting dynasty. Duck
dynasty. Yeah. That must be rough.
Yeah. But I'm coming around.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd say, because it is kind of weird because now I feel like people moved on. Like, do you ever feel jealous about the deer hunters or like...
Oh,
Big Cabela deer hunter, whatever it is. Those fucking guys.
I tell you what.
Who buys those games?
I don't
Who
know.
wants to sit on their living room and kill deer? It's such a weird
psychopath.
That's true.
No offense.
My pappy did.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure. I tell you what, I kind of like the big buck hunter. I did audition for that. They didn't, the problem is that I couldn't really grab any of the bucks by their neck and hold them up.
Yeah. They're a bit too big. They're bigger than ducks.
That's your signature move.
Yeah. And then, when I laughed at one of them hunters, they, whizzed one right by my ear, and I was like, all right, shit. Looks like this ain't my calling no more.
It is weird there's no duck hunt too. Like, I don't know why it's such a popular game. Literally everybody had duck hunt.
I pointed out all them ducks.
Yeah, you sure did.
I got them all. I pointed them all out. We got them all. No need for a sequel.
Yeah, I guess.
I did my job too good.
Yeah. Oh, that might be it. Yeah. See, Mario keeps fucking up. That's why there's 47 Mario games.
Exactly. But with duck hunt, there's only space for like 10 ducks in that row. So
that's true. Yeah.
The other thing too is that's why I voted Trump.
Oh,
because I was hoping. He said he was going to bring our jobs back, and I'm still waiting
on the sequel.
How were you able to vote as a dog?
They took everybody. I don't know if you noticed. They took anybody willing to put their paw down.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on, I think.
Yeah. This guy named friendly fella, accent named Igor. He was like, "Hey, I'll go ahead and just put your vote down in for Trump." He's like, just as long as you don't vote with Hillary, we're good.
Really? So was it like did you like his policies, or what was it just like the job thing that
I wanted my job back
about over and over again?
Yeah. Like, and to be fair, my owner, the coal industry, he was hoping for that to come back. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was hoping for that to come back. I was hoping for my industry to come back. We're still waiting. I still got hope. Like I feel as if the man is doing the Lord's work, and I just got to be patient.
I mean,
oh wait, so you haven't seen your owner in a while? So where are you living?
You still in that field?
I got this little spot. There's a junkyard up County Road 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a junkyard dog. Oh,
listen,
he was my favorite wrestler in the 80s. I love Junkyard Dog. He had this pants that thump on it, or his butt did, right? Thump. Yeah,
that is true. Yeah,
I loved it.
I live in the back seat of a Buick Century currently, and
like Cujo.
exactly. I sublease from him.
Okay, that's nice. Nice of Cujo.
And I tell you, it's a lot more comfortable than the bed I used to sleep in. Or oftentimes I get left out on the porch. Or what, especially if I didn't bring home no ducks that day.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, like you look good for you've been. It was a long time ago. Like your coat looks good. Like you've lasted a long time for a dog. I guess we can say you're pretty lucky.
I scavenged pretty good. Yeah. I did saddle up with this chick for a little while.
That's nice.
Yeah. She took care of me good.
What kind of dog was she?
Was she a character or was she a person?
No, it's another dog. Another dog. Yeah. I was known for my style. And
what kind was she?
Oh, she's Dalmatian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. A little bit of an uppity bitch, but I took care of her. But then how it goes with these highfalutin ladies.
They had that whole movie made about them. So
yeah. Well, she wasn't a fan so much because it's traumatic for her to imagine being turned into a coat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
But I would spoon her. Whisper sweet nothings in her ear, make everything all right, But then after a while, they're like, well, it just not gonna work out because you're nothing but trash, and she's highfalutin class, So I had to move on, and henceforth the Buick Century.
Right.
Damn, I'm sorry.
He seems so down to earth. I mean, I thought from the game, you seem like kind of a dick just because you laugh at the player all the time. You're pointing and laughing, but you seem great. You seem like maybe you were back in the day. I don't know. Maybe
that's the thing. I've been through my trials and tribulations. I found Jesus again, but the height of 80s. Everybody was on cocaine. And I was no exception. I mean, I was out all hours of the night howling at the fucking moon. Right? Just coked up.
Yeah.
Licking nipples left and right.
Whoa, really?
Wow.
Just, it was,
Doggy nipples or just anybody? Any nipple you can find?
Any nipple, possum, people. It could go any direction. I mean, it looked like goddamn snowfall every day.
Yeah.
Back when we were moving units, man.
Yeah.
And then, as along came fucking Super Nintendo, ruined it all.
Oh, God.
I fell on hard times. That's why I met up with Charlene the Dalmatian.
Okay. No light gun needed in Super Nintendo. Was there a light? There wasn't a gun accessory.
No, I don't think there was.
The Super Scope thing? That was a thing, right?
Yeah, there was a Super Scope, but it was definitely not.
It was
the
more
same.
like for laser, alien games.
I think it was only for like 6 games, wasn't it?
Probably just like the original gun, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had limited use on that. It was like real fancy looking for very little use.
Yeah.
Good
idea at the time, but
yeah, I just stick with my good old trusty side piece.
Oh, you do have a gun on you. It's just weird for a dog. I just realized.
I've always wondered too, how were you able to hold up those ducks without opposable thumbs? Like
talent.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
It's practice.
Here's the thing. I was on so much coke. I could do anything. I thought about doing a line before I went to audition for Big Buck Hunter to see if that would get me back in the spirit, but I was like, no, I can't go down that path. I just found Jesus again. And
we had the Super Smash TV host on, and he was very coked up the whole time. Do you know him? Did you guys hang out back in the 80s?
Oh, man, it was a blur. It was like, I believe he was at a party at the Viper Room. It was me, him, Corey Haim.
Of course.
Mackenzie Phillips, Brian Wilson.
From the Beach Boys?
Yeah, Brian Wilson was there.
Oh, wow.
I'd say maybe little Charlie Daniels sprinkled in. Shit was off the chain. I was there the night River Phoenix OD'd, and it was yeah.
It's a fun story to have.
Yeah, well, it was fun, but like also scary as shit. And that's how I was like, man, Jesus, maybe it might be time to come back to roost. You know,
how many times have you found Jesus, Edgar?
Like 3.
Okay,
I mean, I found him like when I was first birthed. And then, I went away for a little bit in my youth and then, came back and then, lost everything again to Coke and Super Nintendo. Yeah. And then, a light will shine on you when it's darkest, right? And that light
very deep for a dog.
Was through the prism of Christ.
Oh,
wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really felt that.
Tell us about how'd you get the gig? How'd you get the duck hunt gig? Were you a young pup back then?
I was
tell us about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for being a hound, I was definitely the quickest.
Okay.
Right. I was like the Bo Jackson of dogs. Like biggest, strongest.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. All-star in 2 sports.
What other sports did you play?
Well, there was duck hunting for sure, and then there was swimming for bones.
I think it's like a weird Japanese show. I feel like swimming for bones.
It sounds like Takeshi's
Castle. Yes. MXC.
Well, when you're from Macon, Georgia, that's where I was birthed. When you're from Macon, Georgia, you got very few sports to play. You got basketball, right? You got duck hunting. You got bone swimming, and fencing.
Wait, so you played basketball. So did you know Air Bud or?
No, I see. Now here's the thing: is I knew better than to try. I'm too short for basketball, right? I knew my arms a little bit too stubby.
Yeah.
My ears. I stepped on my ears when I was little.
That's a liability right there.
Yeah. So I had to develop my swimming skills, my snout. And that's how I ended up being duck hunting, bone swimming.
That's great.
Wow.
Now, this might be a weird question. Was your mother 8-bit or were you birthed 8-bit? Like do you have other siblings? Were they, I don't want to say normal, but you know what I mean? Like,
wow, rude.
I know. I didn't want to say that, but like,
none of my siblings, God rest their soul, none of them made it past childbirth.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she eat some of them?
No, it wasn't so much that. It was that.
Because they're not 8-bit, maybe.
No. We're all born 8-bit.
Okay.
No. We're all born 8-bit, but there just wasn't enough food to go around the table. And they, when you're the biggest one of the litter, you get the most preferential treatment, and that was me.
Oh, so you kind of indirectly killed your siblings?
Yeah.
I mean, it's natural selection.
Yeah, I guess.
Is how I view it.
How many bros and sisters did you have?
17.
That's a big litter.
Wow.
Yeah, one of 17.
Your poor mother.
Yeah.
Well, down in Macon,
That's how they do it.
There's an old saying, right?
Is it? What is it?
Yeah. The bigger the critter, the bigger the litter. And, Mama wasn't that big a woman.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
so
another saying? Mama wasn't that big of a woman.
No. My mama, God rest her soul, she was not that big a woman. So I think that the other runts, they just didn't get like the nutrients.
They didn't develop enough.
No, they didn't develop enough. She was a petite lady.
Okay.
Yeah, so I made it, and I've just been living in their honor ever since.
Yeah.
Did you know your father or?
No, never met that motherfucker.
Here we go.
Yeah,
now we're getting into it.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus help me. I've put that anger to the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But last I heard, he was a meth head, just hanging around fucking truck stops.
But he's still around?
I don't know.
That's impressive. 50 years, probably 50 by this
I don't
point.
know. I imagine that son of a bitch probably fucking survived, much to the chagrin of most of Macon. Yeah.
Just out of spite.
Out of spite. Yeah. From what Mama told me, he was no good soul, but quite charming.
Of course.
Yeah.
They all are. Tell me about it.
Skipped a generation with me though. I'm just plain spoken as all hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you screwed any junkyard dogs, Calvin, so to speak?
So to speak, no. No.
Is that a gay term, like polar bears, or is junkyard dog one of them? Just like a homeless guy, but he looks kind of cute. Is that?
I'm afraid to look up.
I can imagine you guys would do that.
I feel like that probably.
It's probably something. Oh, this guy has like 3 teeth and he wears a chain, but he's cute. Lives in his car. That's probably what a junkyard dog is. I would imagine it's got to be on one of your grinders. One of your many grinders.
many grinders. Also, Scruff. That's the thing.
Scruff's probably on Scruff for real. Yes.
Actually, no. There probably is a junkyard. I was gonna ask you. So, because I remember with Duck Hunt, like I got Duck Hunt as like part of it was like a B-side for Mario Brothers.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, did you ever like associate with Mario and Luigi? Like,
you're in the cartridge. You're in the cartridge together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta tell you, that was the first time I ever met Italians in my whole life.
Most people, I think.
Yeah. It was back in the 80s. Like, I just thought, it was the guy on the Red Baron pizza box, and then Arthur Fonzarelli. I knew of him, but I never met an actual Italian. And then, the 80s, the Japanese introduced me, and
the Japanese introduced you to the Italians.
Yeah, we formed a partnership, and we were the B side, to the Mario Brothers A side. That's fine, but it's kind of like how I view it. It's kind of like. The A side's like Coldplay, and we're Radiohead. We're the B side. We're the lasting
sure
endurance. We're not quite as popular, but we got the authenticity.
Heck yeah! I mean, that game was super fun. You had friends, but did you cheat? Or did you put the gun right next to the TV?
I used to cheat. I used to totally put the gun next to the TV.
It was so easy to do it.
That defeats the purpose.
I know. Yeah.
Well, it was also difficult, and it was a different time as the 80s.
Yeah, Calvin was all on coke when he was 3
I was
years
all
old.
coked up. I'm like, fucking yeah, man! Shooting cathodes. It was great.
Yeah.
I figured you'd hold your gun sideways.
He's seen that down in Macon a couple times.
I've seen them movies. I've seen them rap videos. I know how it goes.
Hey, Ice-T was still around. He wasn't in Law and Order yet. That's when he taught me.
I did like Body Count.
Very good.
Those guys, they put out a new track not that long ago.
Yeah.
No Lives Matter, that's how I approach the duck situation.
Yeah, do you hate ducks still to this day, or have you found peace with them?
Yeah.
Well, the laws of nature dictate that I hate no other animal.
Yeah, you literally held up a dead carcass and laughed. Like
Well, that was more towards Cletus, my owner. But
okay.
And I just had to entertain him to keep my livelihood going. But no, I don't hate the ducks per se. But if what stands between me and my eating is a duck will go down.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to eat one of the ducks, or like does the owners or the hunters get mad about that?
I get the bone broth afterwards, which is pretty good. Then I supplement with Alpo. The rest of the way, but
the good stuff.
Lately, falling on hard times and everything, I've just been rummaging through In-N-Out boxes and
like the burger joint.
Yeah. They did a test one down in Macon.
Very overrated.
Yeah,
that's right, LA fans.
Yeah, I'm more of a Five Guys.
Hell yeah.
Five Guys is so good.
Yeah, there's so much cheese on the wrappers. From those, that's why I usually get most of my daily nutrients.
You lick the foil wrappers.
Is food wrappers for sure. Yeah. They're talking about opening up a Chipotle, and I am more than fucking stoked.
Yeah, people throw out a lot of stuff at Chipotle. It's so filling. Like, I can't finish this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good stuff.
That's all for you, man.
Thank the Lord for rice.
Yeah.
It's so filling, and in this new avocado phase that everybody's going through, I just feel like I'm stand to benefit wholly.
Yeah,
but it's interesting because I thought dogs were carnivores. So
hey, he's adapted. There's a golden age of dumpster diving. You know, he's adapted. So much food options.
Listen, you take what you can get.
Yeah.
When you're in my situation, when you reach the peaks of popularity, and then falling on hard times, man, I mean, you guys kept up with Corey's at all? Haim and Feldman? Those are
one of
my
them's
dudes.
gone, right?
Oh, Haim is gone.
Haim is dead. Yeah.
Feldman still hanging on.
Still hanging on for some reason.
Yeah, and you're reaching for scraps at any point in time that you can, when you're at that level. And so that's where I am. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get back into, finding some work. I'm still waiting on Trump to deliver, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, the new Smash Brothers is coming out. I guess you're not in that. There's a Smash Brothers game coming out in a few months.
This is the first I'm hearing of.
Yeah. That's.
But you were a trophy in one of them. How did that feel? Or did
I do not enjoy being fetishized. It's not. That's not in my wheelhouse whatsoever. It's like I appreciate it to an extent. However, my work was solid.
Yeah, it was.
Respect and revere my work.
Everybody knows you.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's a shame. Sometimes people just have you're not a one-hit wonder because it's not your choice. You'd want to work, but it just hasn't happened.
I also don't know why they chose to make me a trophy when I distinctly remember whenever anybody would miss a duck and I would laugh, they'd try to shoot me.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is true.
100% of the time.
A lot of time.
Yeah. Like I do.
You dodged a lot of bullets, I guess, Edgar.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to my raising of bone swimming and
fencing.
Just being able to dodge things left and right, man. That's how I do.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've shot you thousands of times.
I have too. I'm not gonna lie. It's so frustrating.
And yet here I stand.
That's impressive. That's really good. That's pretty impressive.
Nevertheless, you persisted.
Yeah.
Oh, don't bring that shit up.
I mean,
I was curious too because you know how they had the Nintendo Classics. Did you ever try to lobby to get into that, or what happened there?
I get man. See, here's the thing. With fucking PC culture being what it is now, you can't package a light gun with new fandangled toys nowadays. Even though I saw there's some game out, Grand Theft Auto, right? Yeah, pretty violent.
Yeah,
right. Yet Nintendo, according to them, right, they're like, we can put the Italians back up, but like we can't do nothing with you because that means we got to put a whole gun into this classic system.
It'd be too hard to do like one of those reticles. What do you call it? Like
reticles.
It'd be hard to do like one of those on the screen with a controller.
Yeah. Oh,
that would be too easy.
I would love to play an updated HD Duck Hunt.
I think it would be really fun.
Not Deer Hunter. I want to play straight up Duck Hunt.
No, me too.
I want to play an updated Missile Command. Like
those old Atari games that were so popular never were updated because they're so minimal, I guess.
It's everybody wants to just forget the past at times. It's like you do got to remember where you came.
Nostalgia's big nowadays. Yeah. What okay, so were you I totally forgot what I was just going to ask here. Do you have a question, Calvin?
I do,
while I think of mine.
I do, which is mainly what's next on your horizon? Like I know that you're still auditioning, but like have you thought about like writing a book about your experiences, or maybe getting into coding yourself and trying to code a game for yourself?
Maybe an app.
Yeah.
Tap the screen.
I've been approached.
Duck tap.
Duck tap. That's probably a thing.
I've been approached
probably a thing.
Several times. People trying to do things like. I tell you what my agent's trying to get me in is there's yet another Wreck-It Ralph coming out.
Coming out very soon.
Oh
yeah. And so I believe I was omitted from the first one.
Were you in Pixels? Was he in Pixels? I forget.
If I was, it's news to me because I have not received yet a residual check.
Oh, man, we got to get it.
It'll be news to you and literally millions and millions of people who never watched that movie.
Here's the thing. I gave up on Adam Sandler after Click.
So you were a big movie buff?
I used to, man. I tell you what, Happy Gilmore was my jam.
Yeah.
Right? I loved Happy Gilmore. I love Waterboy.
Yeah. Big Daddy, what was that one? Yeah.
Was that the one, the Satan one?
No, that was Little Nicky. Even Little
good.
Nicky, that Ozzy cameo, that was all fantastic. As soon as Click came out, most unreliable plot I've ever. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life bullshit, right? It's true. Christopher Walken so underutilized, and there's no way in hell stupid looking Adam Sandler is ever going to be able to be with Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale is a guy I would sniff her butt.
She's top
from here.
She's top
to
notch.
eternity. Yeah.
Even Calvin digs her.
Of course, Underworld. Come on.
Big up to Mike Hawes a few weeks ago for detailing all of Calvin's wet bed days.
Yes, that was hilarious. By the way.
Yeah. So part of the game, people forget, was also skeet shooting in duck hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my least favorite part.
I was going to say, did you care? Was that just kind of like, whatever, let's get this over with? Let's get back to holding up ducks by their necks.
Call me a fucking diva, but I would refuse to chase some clay pigeon.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you want to go get it yourself, Cleta's like, I'm here for ducks.
Right.
That's what I was trained to do. That's what I came to do. I come with ducks.
Yeah. It's not skeet hunting. That's something
right,
too.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, if you just want to, like, if you're just bored, you want to go out and shoot skeet, fine, leave me on the porch.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, like, I'm here for ducks.
Exactly.
And bones.
Do you associate with any other, famous dogs in history? I don't know, Lassie or Benji or anything like? Anybody else that you cool with?
I'd say the Hound from Bassett and the Hound. I mean, we have the
Disney movie? Is that?
Yeah, we have a little bit of a kindred spirit.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say that. Red Tintin. He's a little bit of a homie, but honestly, like, I've always walked my own path.
Yeah,
in this world. Yeah,
Lone wolf, you would say.
Yeah, lone hound, to be more specific, for sure. Lone wolf. I mean, wolves are kind of assholes, but I reckon I'm a little bit more of a friendlier fella than them. But
they're
yeah,
popular now though because of Game of Thrones, like the White Wolf or whatever it's called, right? What's his face? Brant or no, whatever. One of them is like a wolf.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
You don't?
No.
Oh,
never have.
Oh, even I know. Hold the door. I mean, I have to watch it through someone else's window with closed captioning on, and even I know Hodor, man. I can barely read, and I can get through on this. How are you so far behind?
Yeah, come on, Calvin.
I have no thumbs or HBO.
he's still current on Game of Thrones.
I just missed the boat on Game of Thrones, to be honest. Like it's something that looked interesting. I didn't watch it, and I heard there's like just a lot of rape, and like I just can't.
There's not too much. Normal amount. Yeah, I love it.
It's
actually honestly not that much.
Normal amount.
There's like a couple.
I mean, in comparison with what I've seen, there's barely any rape.
Whoa.
No, I'm just saying, dog community. I mean, that's how.
It's a free for all, huh?
Yeah. It's not called rape. It's just really called. I got it.
Oh my goodness.
We better cut the short before we get Me Too'd.
Wow.
We learned a lot today.
I loved it. We learned something new. Yeah. What else do you want to tell us, Edgar? What else is what else is coming down the road? What like anything we haven't asked you want to tell us about your life?
Oh yeah. Well, most of my days, like I said, I spend scavenging. From what I hear, Trump's doing things right.
No,
it's just he's being persecuted by the left. And and what I wish people would see is that all lives matter,
except for the ducks.
I mean, the duck lives matter, but it's part of the cycle of life.
Okay.
Life feeds on life, man, and that's that's true as the teachings of Christ. I'd say so. Life has been a series of ups and downs, and I hope that at some point in time I am eligible for benefits from Social Security. These residual checks, I don't know where the hell they go.
Nintendo doesn't still pay anything? Or?
They're very cheap. They put out a lot of content and all that, but their business model, as I've been told, is to reward talent so very low because they put together all the faculties to put everything out there and all that. And it's like, well, you know what? If it wasn't for me, there would be nobody to shoot at when you're angry. So it's like, I take a lot, pay me my due.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I'm fighting for the rights of others like me, in spirit. I don't really do a whole lot outside of that, but my attitude conveys like I'm with you.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. I mean,
No, I really feel it. I feel your activism right here and now.
Anything else you want to ask him, Calvin, or you want to play a quick game with us?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you mind sticking around? We just have one quick game.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
fuck it.
We have. I mean, I don't know if this was offensive. I did put a bowl of water on the floor for you. Is that what you do? I didn't know if it was like.
Yeah. No, I'm a
saying-
customer.
well,
I appreciate it.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. See,
He's an indoor dog. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
very good boy. Such a good boy. He was such a good boy today. Guys, let's play a quick game.
Man, don't get me started. Jesus, man. You got my foot all in pattern.
It is, yeah. There he goes. He's happy. Who's a good boy. Let's play some Wed Bed Dead, everybody. Yay, Wed Bed Dead. So, Edgar, we're going to give you 3 video game characters. You may know some of these ones, actually. We're going to tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. Sound good?
Gotcha.
This first one, the most famous princess of all. We had her on the podcast once. You're in the cartridge with her, technically. Princess Peach, everybody.
Oh, that horror.
So you know Princess Peach, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Everybody out there listening
I
to
don't
this.
listen. I've been told you got nothing to say. Don't say anything at all, especially about that slut.
Yeah, she was a little wild.
She was a bit wild and snooty. Very.
Talk about a cock tease.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So Princess Peach, she's got the pink dress, the white fancy gloves, the long blonde hair, and the crown. So that's if you
Everything you look for in a woman.
everything. Yeah, right. Too bad Aalap's not here anymore with us. He would love that one. So this one is Yamazaki. Who is this, Calvin?
Oh, he's a
King of Fighters.
Yes, he's a fighting game character. He's psychotic and I think a murderer.
Kind of looks like a buzz cut douchebag Punisher.
Oh wow, they updated him. He did not look like that before.
What did he look like before? This
A lot crazier.
A lot of the current ones look like he's just all black.
Yeah, he's dressed in all black. He has snake arms.
A word?
Snake arms, and he has a knife. Yeah, he is. I think he is a murderer.
Snake arms.
Yeah, snake
that
arms.
sounds kind of cool. Keep that in mind.
I mean,
Edgar.
I do like a bad boy.
Yeah. So, what's his deal? Do you know anything else about him? He's from the King of Fighters, 98, 97. I don't know.
Yeah, so he's from. Well, okay, won't go through all of that. Basically, the short version is he's like kind of a psychopath, and like he loves stabbing people. If you're into that, he has snake arms. His arms stretch, but he's like one of the.
Wait, are they like Dalsim, or does his hands turn into snakes?
No, like Dalsim, but like.
Oh well, that's not snake arms, bro.
No, the move is called Snake Arms.
I was thinking he he turned like King Hiss from He-Man. Like
Would
he
you
turned
prefer Snake Arms?
Kinda. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be pretty badass having snake arms.
But how could you sleep with snake arms? The venom.
We're not there yet, but maybe we'll see.
I mean, for my money, I'll take some snakes.
Yeah, right? So that's him. A douchebag, psycho fighter with snake arms, stretchy arms, and a knife. And he wears all black. He's got a kind of like a crappy haircut, like a short blonde
Yeah,
buzz
his
cut.
haircut used to look better.
Did it?
Not
And
happy with him.
this next one, first time we had him on the show, Rob. R-O-B.
The Nintendo
original
robot.
that came with Gyromite for the NES.
Yes.
Did you know Rob, Edgar?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Good dude. Look at
Very good dude. Reliable. I think yep.
Yeah, he was in Smash Brothers.
I was like,
as
yeah,
a
he was. I remember
character.
playing with him. 'Cause
Yeah.
He had laser eyes.
Yeah. Wally ripped him off.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
He was the original. So
totally.
Yeah, he was the original Wally.
looked like Johnny Five, kind of from Short Circuit,
Yeah.
but he was a completely useless accessory for Nintendo.
Honestly, did he ever work?
No, there's
He
2
did
games.
for me.
Did you?
He did for me. He offered me comfort in hard times.
Well, yeah, he would hug. I guess that's all you could do.
Yeah.
There was 2 games. It was Gyromite and Stack Up,
I don't
which
even
is
remember.
Stack Up is consistently hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars if you find it like at a flea market. It's very, very expensive. Not you wouldn't find that at a flea market, but collectors, it's a very rare game. In a box, it's like $1,000, I think, because it's like no one. Yeah, it's very rare.
Oh,
But
Interesting.
you have one.
I feel like I'm putting something on eBay.
There you go. So, Edgar, wed, bed, dead, buddy. Peach, Yamazaki, or Rob? Who would you wed, bed, dead out of these?
Well, wed, I would go with Rob.
Oh yeah, how come?
Just reliability, comfort, originality for sure.
It was original.
Yeah, it was original. Just like a good dude,
Yeah.
and
Pretty slow though. He
well,
moved
that's
incredibly slow.
that's the pace I'm going for. Slow and steady.
Yeah,
you know.
you're in your twilight. Just
Yeah. Bed, definitely the snake arms.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I told you I like a bad boy.
Yeah. Well, he's used to like choking ducks. Maybe choke some snake dicks or whatever. Maybe.
Oh no, his dick's not a snake. His dick doesn't stretch. Just the arms.
It might. Most dicks stretch.
I'm finding out a lot about what you want, Brian.
I don't know anything about any of that yet, but what I do know is I like his attitude. He probably rides a motorcycle, you know.
I think he does.
Seems like it.
Yeah, and dead, definitely that bitch.
Wow, dead
wow.
Just listen, like those Italians.
She's not Italian.
No, but they told me about her, and it's like, you know, real cock tease. Like
she seems like it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's
She's always around getting kidnapped and
one
quote
minute,
unquote kidnapped.
You know, the thing that they told me is that what she told Bowser was that she was like faking to be caught.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, she really just wanted the attention.
Yeah.
He was in on it. I don't know how true it is, but
well,
you know,
she sort of alluded to that, and Mario's so dumb. He was like, okay, I'm gonna save you. You know.
Right, yeah, and like, look, I guess ladies are scarce in Brooklyn, and like they really had to go down in the sewer to go get her or whatever, you know, and they took advantage of a couple desperate men, and I didn't like her approach at all.
Hey,
this sounds very MRA. Did you have an experience?
What's MRA?
Men's rights activist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm an advocate for myself.
Yeah.
And
DRA.
Yeah.
Dog rights.
Dog rights for sure. It's just, you know, in this era of Me Too, I just feel that you got to remember some men are not bad dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
except the bad. We had the bad dudes on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They suck.
Unless explicitly stated, or if they have snake arms.
Right.
You know, and even then, a little danger never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of which, your turn, Calvin.
Okay. Well, I would wed Princess Peach for sure.
Look at this guy.
Castle, money.
Mm-hmm. Dresses.
No.
You're in for
with
it.
gloves. I mean, that'd be pretty good.
You want the white gloves?
Yeah.
You would.
If it's a hussy white, yes.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's from the critic. But no, but I mean, it'd be cool to live in a castle and then, like, you know, then she could get kidnapped. I can have parties while she's gone until she gets.
Wow,
paid.
is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, it's a castle.
You'd have servants. How would you feel about that?
I mean, they're all toads. It's fine. You know.
Why is it fine?
Well, no, I mean.
Okay, insert.
You get mushrooms.
Insert black people for Toad, and that's what it was like 150 years ago.
Okay,
Calvin.
no, because they get paid. They all get
Do
paid.
toads get paid?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're wearing those nice, like, open caftan things.
So nice. They get a vest. You get one vest.
He gets 40 bits and a mule.
Yeah.
All right.
Those toads want to be there. It's not like they're house toads and then field toads.
All right, maybe
That's
there
what's
are.
happening.
Well, I don't know, man.
He was an inside toad.
Very fine line you're walking, Calvin Cato.
Hey, those toads, I'm sure they're getting paid in coins.
What if they're not?
He's
will
allowed
you
to
set them
say
free?
it.
Will you set them free?
Of course I would.
All right, well, that's good.
I would emancipate the toads.
That'd be a fun game. Yeah. The whole idea is just to
Also,
free
no,
the
toads do
toads.
make money. There's a toad treasure tracker.
Yeah, he's trying to find it because he's broke.
Yeah, so he's earning his keep.
Oh, wow.
I'm just, you know what? Don't judge
You're
me.
so racist.
I knew I liked you.
Well, you're going to love me. No. All right, so you're wedding Peach.
So I would wed Peach.
All right.
I would bed Yamazaki. I think it'd be interesting. And assuming, you know, I don't get stabbed, it would be a great time.
Probably rough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we see eye to eye on that one, Calvin.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, it'll be rough. It'll be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough.
And then
And then I got to kill Rob because, well, Rob's too slow. And, like, what's Rob going to do? And his circuit's outdated.
it is.
I mean,
it wasn't before it was even shipped.
I like literally, yeah. Like he'd probably catch fire if I rubbed him too hard. So like
He'll become hip to millennials. That's what happens. Something gets old, it bemes hip.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
vintage.
even worse. I would need to be like, here's a walking Polaroid. Fuck that noise. Kill him.
All right. So here's what I'm
Brian,
going
what do you
to
think?
do. I think I'm going to... man, I don't know. Like, Rob is kind of useless in this snenario.
I mean,
He's so slow.
Good dude, though.
He's a good dude, and I don't want to... I've never been this stumped before, I feel like.
I know this is rare. But you usually go for the ones who can protect you.
No,
so.
you know, I'm going to dead Yamazaki.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he just seems like a douchebag. I don't know. He just seemed like a jerk.
I mean, he is, but like
Valid.
We have plenty of those. I'm just sick of it.
But like
You know
he could like touch your heart a little bit
from across the room with his snake arms.
Yeah, or his knife. He could just throw it at you.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna dead him. Now here's a tricky part. Like, I want to bed Peach for that story. Just to tell people, yeah, I banged a princess once.
Everybody has.
Right? Yeah.
Let me tell you, I shared a cartridge with her.
Oh, a lot of people coming in and out.
Yeah, bitch been around.
Well, that makes my choice a little easier. I think.
I mean, she knows a thing or two. I'll tell you that.
I may go with Calvin though, as far as wedding Peach, because it'd nice to live in a castle and have kind of unlimited riches. But
she's got a lot of paintings.
Is she ever queen though? Like, when's that going to happen?
That's a good question.
Who are her parents? Why is she not queen yet?
Well, they did have that movie where they found out her dad was like all that fungus that was growing around.
Oh yeah, God, that was so stupid.
That movie was so
Why
bad.
was that? Oh my God,
so bad.
That's right. God. I forgot about that.
You know, they tried to option a duck hunt movie, and the artistic licenses that they wanted to take. With that, they wanted to make me into like some kind of like unicorn or something like that. It was like
really,
yeah,
just to stab the ducks with your horn.
Just some. I don't even know what the concept was, but like I said, everybody was on coke, and I couldn't sign off on it.
No,
because they weren't going to use my likeness.
Yeah, no, you have to stay true to yourself. It's about integrity.
Yeah.
Unless they were going to give you a sack of money.
The thing was, Dennis Hopper was going to do that one too.
Oh my God, he just couldn't. He just didn't give a fuck back then.
Dennis.
Yeah. Well, he had to pay for the coke somehow.
So that means I'm going to have to wed Rob.
What are you going to do?
I'll try to have some friends of mine that are good with tinkering. Maybe try to upgrade him a little bit. I think. I mean, that's all you can do because he's so useless. Like, hey, pass the salt. 5 minutes later, I get the salt.
It's like you're marrying a compact computer. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I do know that. Okay. But that's not. I'm going to try to upgrade him, do some tinkering, put a Raspberry Pi inside of him, maybe. So
you're going to tinker with him, and yet when I say I want to fix this person, you're always like, no, you can't fix these people.
Well, yeah, because you're trying to fix a human. Robots are meant to be fixed.
No.
They break down, you fix them.
Rob has his own personality.
Nope, I'm correct. So I think that's it. So Edgar, this has been amazing.
Yes.
We've been wanting to get you on for 80 plus episodes. Thank you for finally coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the forum.
Yeah,
seriously, thank you so much.
We hope we get you some work. Maybe someone will hear this. Some agent will hear this and realize you're out there still.
Yeah.
They probably thought because you're a dog, you're not still around after 30 years.
I'm hoping it'll have the Jeffrey Owens effect.
What's that?
He played Elvin on Cosby Show.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
He was last seen working at Trader Joe's. Union.
Yeah.
Which I can get behind.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Tyler Perry hits me up.
Oh hell yeah!
I was gonna say that's like a fate worse than Trader Joe's.
I'm willing to be Medea's sidekick.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Medea stars in Duck Hunt the movie.
Well, Medea does say bitch a lot, so you'd be in good company.
Tyler Perry. Oh shit! Now I'm a dog. Might be the name of the movie.
No, it represents Medea's. Oh shit!
Yeah, Medea. Irma Gerd. I'm a dirg. Something like
Hilarious.
that.
Thank you.
Well,
as long as Denise Richards is in it, I don't care.
Wait, is Denise Richards in a Medea movie?
I think several. She's definitely in some Tyler Perry films.
Wow.
I know Kathy Bates was in one, and I was like, what happened?
Everybody's been in them at least once.
No.
I have. No.
Probably James Franco.
Yeah. Playing something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, Edgar, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you,
this
fellas. I appreciate it.
Everybody who's listening, thank you so much. Please like us and follow us on Twitter at Playable Podcast and Instagram, all that stuff. And if you like what you hear, tell somebody else because this is Playable Characters Podcast.
What are you?
Nothing. I'm just trying to close this out good. Funny interviews with real video game characters. Good night, everybody.